We're back at it with Candace Owens. My love, hate to weird sort of disgust and wonder about our relationship, not a real relationship, it's just me observing her, has hit another crescendo apparently, as we have this headline to talk about popping up the last few days. From Newsweek, the article reads, Candace Owens describes science as pagan faith. Now, we want you to read the full article so you get the full details of what she said, but a quick update, quick edit from the robot editor to give you the gist of it gives us this. Candace Owens, a conservative commentator, describes science as a pagan faith on her podcast. Owens argued that science often contradicts religious belief and criticized what she perceives as blind trust in scientific authority. This remark has sparked controversy, with critics highlighting the importance of science and societal progress and health. That's just a quick AI version of the article from Newsweek. But here's where we go deeper. Here's where we start to kind of go into the rambling part, and I kind of go on to what the hell is wrong with Candace Owens stuff. Now, I used to have a running joke when we had articles and things on Candace, and the joke was essentially every time she would say something pretty outlandish, pretty obviously just off there, and seeming like she was trying to do it to get a rise, to get a reaction, I would say, I'd like to meet Candace and just give her a hug and tell her will be okay. And whoever hurt you, they will get theirs in the end. Now, Candace has been hurt in a lot of ways, so go back into detail for her actual story. But it seems like she's turned her hurt into the biggest grift ever, and now she's gone off the deep end to serious crazy town. This is Alex Jones level type of stuff, and I don't deny that she won't find a way to make Alex Jones level type of money from this and get the Alex Jones level type of notoriety from this until she says the exact wrong thing. And maybe the stuff about hating Jews may not be the exact wrong thing yet, but she's getting there. She said what she said about Israel, and which is one thing that has valid points, but about the Jewish people, which got her bounced from hanging out with the other guy who happened to be Jewish and was kind of beefing with her anyway. She says things about black people often, and not so much because they are outlandish and just flat out wrong and hateful, but she says them in a way that is one of those like, if you people would just straighten up and do whatever, life would be better. It's all about being on this side of the aisle. If everybody were a staunch red meat conservative, life would be better. It'd be pretty boring and not necessarily better, because then we'd be all people on the same side. And now that she's converted to Catholicism, and now saying that essentially it's all about the Pope and it's all about Catholicism, Catholicism, and science is the devil. Science is the devil. It just got weird. I know actual scientists who do everything they can to make sure that people understand that science is actually backed by faith, or your faith can be supported by science. It's hard to explain the Red Sea parting back in the day, but scientists can come up with things. It's hard to talk about how miracles can happen, how people can predict things happening. But guess what? Science started to predict things like earthquakes and eclipses and weather patterns. And from that, people who knew that could either use that to help the people along the lines, the ways going forward, in some of the stories going forward, or bamboozle them into thinking they were gods and they knew more than other folks, or they could control the weather. I don't think Candace Owens is thinking that she can control the weather, but she can control her narrative, and her narrative is getting really, really nutty this time. Props to her to keeping herself relevant. Props to her for making a buck off of things. Props to her for being much more engaging and much more important person in life on the internet than I am. So props to all that. But no props to whatever this super grift is going on. Now, I don't expect her to go work at a call center for AT&T and answer phones for the next 20 years to keep making a living. That's not what I wish on anybody, to be honest. But the way she's going about keeping attention and making money and just being a general human being herself, not that great at being a human. Now, every time I bring up Candace Owens, the hate comes. Last time we did a real big job when we had the Andrew Tate interview. That was a whole mess of crazy on that end. So I expect the hate to come. Give me comments in the video. Email me at the conversation inbox at gmail.com for conversation project type accounts. If you enjoy this, check out the website, the Conversation Project. This is the Conversation Project. This is the Conversation Project at .com. Say that straight. And see about doing all the other calls to action. And if you're bringing the hate, you can hate me in 3, 2, 1.